Breaking overnight, Fox News alert now. Is Kim Jong-un keeping a promise? New satellite images show that North Korea is dismantling a missile engine test site. Georgia Congressman and Republican Doug Collins, Vice Chair of the House GOP Conference, member of the Judiciary Committee. And, sir, welcome back to America's Newsroom. I know you saw the story. We're just trying to piece this together right now. What do you make of the images that have been reported?
Well, I think the images that have been reported so far have actually, confirmed what the president said. This is a president who likes to see things done. He likes to meet, he likes to get his hands dirty, he likes to get into the details, but he also likes to make sure that we're represented our interests first, and then he makes sure that the other side represents what they're supposed to be. This is a showing of improvement. Remember when everybody was saying this was a disaster, why did you go? Well, we're actually starting to see some improvement here.
Yeah, and what would you say to your Democratic colleagues who say just that? They say you had Singapore and you've got nothing to show for it. How are we to understand the relationship that is now established?
Well, I think this is a pattern for the Democrats that I know of. They said that we will have crumbs and we get tax reform and we get a robust economy. They say deregulation won't help and we see our businesses growing. They say his foreign affairs his expertise is not there and that he's gets nothing for his meetings. And now we're seeing this. I think they're just continuing on a strike pattern here that maybe they start learning that this president is out to do something, and we're seeing results from it.
But even you walk with a sense of trepidation now. I mean, this is North Korea.
It is North Korea. Look, I'm a Reagan guy. Trust but verify. I think we trust. We go into it. We negotiate hard. The president does that. And when you negotiate hard, you make clear in those meetings what we expect. And we expect both sides to participate. But then at the end of the day, you also verify. We're starting to get that verification. And again, the president, as he has said, he said, I gave away nothing. I met with him. Look what we're getting now.
Okay. Topic number 2, this FISA that now went public, at least the unredacted form to a degree. Peter King said this last hour about what we understand now.
The Steele dossier was based on a foreign agent from the British government, former MI5, who based his report on Russian agents. So it's like 2 or 3 times hearsay. The report was paid for by the Clinton campaign, which means the only ones who had real contact with Russian intelligence was the Clinton campaign.
Do you think there was abuse here, sir, looking back?
I think when you look back on it, this is exactly what we're concerned about. I serve on the Judiciary Committee, in which the FISA court's actually under. And this is something I think we need to go forward looking at it, because what we're seeing here is unconfirmed reports of unverified sources that are being brought forward and being included in several applications to continue this surveillance of Mr. Page, but really only talked about in the footnotes. Say, oh, by the way, if you want to know something about this, it was paid for by here. I think we need to continue to focus on how these reports are coming together, what is being used. We need to give them all the tools they need, but also privacy rights and also understanding American citizens' rights are something important as well.
Did you say you serve on a committee or in a jurisdiction in Georgia with the FISA court there? I thought that was out of Virginia.
No, the Judiciary Committee in the House and the Senate have direct control over these courts. And these are the discussions that many of us on the committee are having, saying, is the process still working? Is it doing what it should be doing to protect the rights but also get us the intelligence we need? Okay. Those are questions that need to be asked. Clarification
noted on that. What do you think about the president threatening to take away the intel classification of former intel officials? Paul Ryan said about an hour ago that he thinks the president's trolling those who pop up on networks like CNN. What do you think should happen?
Well, when you look at these results, you look at these who've had former classifications, some of which who do not have them, they've been right out of them, but some who still do, who are just continually bashing the president. The president is going back on this, and I think making a statement that many in America are wanting to say is, where were you at when you had a chance to do something about some of these things? Where were you at, Mr. Brennan, when these things were happening and you sort of did not do anything about it? And the president, I think, is just calling them out for it, and I think he's just making a point that now people are talking about what is the proper use of those security clearances. Is it simply to go on TV and bash the president? He's making that point right now.
Would you support it if they revoke the clearance? Or do you think that's the wrong move?
I think at this point you can support pulling their clearance. They're not, at this point it's not. They're using it for other gains. At this point, they're not being read in. So let's not let them go back to it and keep them off their talking points for the Democratic Party right now.
So let's see if he makes a move. Sir, thank you for your time today. Come on back, okay?
All right, look forward to it, Bill.
Republican of Georgia. Thank you.
So in just